We're here at DreamHack Bucharest, and I am joined by Octavian Morosan, Kripparrian, who just finished casting for the Hearthstone final. Hello.
Hi.
So, given that the final is just over, tell me, how did you feel about the final? And overall, do you think that this Hearthstone tournament had a good structure, a good flow?
Well, with Hearthstone, there's a lot of like luck involved. There's a lot of RNG, and so people who think they're really good at the game, which I guess is just about everyone, they're a bit annoyed that it's best of three, so you lose two games and you're out single elimination. But because it is an RNG game, as far as the viewers are concerned, you kind of accept these type of things, and you really just want to see like a big field, I think. So I think this is the way to do it, despite not necessarily the most skilled player wins. It's pretty close, and from watching a lot of the matches that who ended up winning Gera, I think he was one of the best players, if not the best player in the tournament. So yeah, I think it was good. The format is good, and it ended well.
I understand that it was a tournament with a lot of upsets, but also we had finally a Romanian that managed to make it to the final. And in fact, here at DreamHack Bucharest, we had three finals this year that actually included Romanians. But tell me, what do you think that got Daniel in the final? What made him so unpredictable of an opponent in this tournament? And for the other players too, what do you think worked for those who managed to create an upset, and what worked against the better seen players?
Well, there's a lot of well, we'll start from the bottom. There's a lot of players that people like, so there's bound to be upsets. And because Hearthstone is largely based on RNG, and a lot of the decks are fairly well published, maybe not the absolute best ones, but good enough ones that a little bit of luck will push you through. And well, I don't know what the ratio was, but let's say probably close to 1/3 of the participants were Romanian. So chances are that, one of them would slip through even if he wasn't so great. But in this case, I think he was. And even though a lot of the audience didn't get to see that, a lot of us here at DreamHack did. We did get to see a lot of the matches that were not streamed. And Daniel was included in some of them. He ended up having what people here regard as the most epic matchup against Strife Crow, and it wasn't luck that gave him the win there. So, yeah, Romanian players do have some talent, and I mean Daniel, I think he was, fortunate, but in a way deserving to be in the final as well.
You said at BlizzCon in November that Hearthstone still has a long way to go before it can truly be considered an esport game, and I think one of the issues that you had with it is that it would be hard to structure a tournament or brackets. Now, 6 months, more than 6 months after that, can you tell me, has the DreamHack Bucharest experience changed your mind, or do you want to touch upon it?
Well, I think the biggest leap forward did come from Blizzard at BlizzCon prior to the tournament format that they used. That's now pretty much used everywhere. There wasn't a lot of structure, so they brought that, and it has been improved in many different places, many different tournaments, and I think the iteration here is good. I mean, it's a game. It's competitive. Players play against other players, and people watch. So those are pretty much the rough guidelines for an esport. So I guess we made it. But when you're a player, when you've practiced, you've played Hearthstone, 10 hours a day for however many months, and you think you got it, you think you got all the skill, you got all the cards, you got the best deck, and you come here, you pay your entry fee, and you lose your first game because you get unlucky. It doesn't feel like a very good esport in the individual sense, but when it comes to the bigger picture, which is what people see, which is what's important, I think they do see it that way now. And even though it's maybe not quite as big of a display of skill as some of the other esports out there, people enjoy it enough to I think we'll see many more of these tournaments in the future.
We also have Artosis with us here in Bucharest doing casting for StarCraft. And he is a StarCraft player that gravitated towards Hearthstone and, of course, became very proficient at it. What is it about Hearthstone that draws in maybe gamers that previously played more aggressive, more action packed games, so to speak? What is it brought somebody like Kartosis and what attracted him to Hearthstone?
Well, StarCraft is a game where you have to have like reflexes, and you're essentially delivering like a physical performance to beat the other player. Like you need to have like ridiculous hand and hand movement and coordination. Well, it's not hand-eye coordination exactly. It's kind of like experience and your physical ability to make it happen. So basically, Hearthstone, you just need to be able to think. I mean, if you're talking about the physical capabilities of it, you're making 6 clicks in a time span of 90 seconds. So you can, I mean, if you consider yourself like a gamer, you could be like 90 years old and participate in these tournaments. So people like Artosis, they're aging a little bit. They do fare pretty well with the strategy side of the game, and it is, in his case, sometimes highlighted in some of his matches. So, yeah.
You recently said in a YouTube video that you're going to take a break from Hearthstone. Can you tell us what are your reasons? What are the reasons behind that decision?
Well, I play Hearthstone Arena, so I can take a break from Hearthstone and then play like a month later, and then, well, I'm just as good as I was before because nothing really changes that much. It's not constructed where you kind of have, a 1, maybe 2 week learning curve to where you really know what's going on, as I've been told. But yeah, I've taken a break from Hearthstone many times before. The reasoning this time is more practical, that even though I'm enjoying playing Hearthstone every day, I'm really, really close to getting all my characters 60, and it's been, at least the way I see it, a large driving force to, log in and play the game every day. It's kind of like something I have to do. And once that's done, I can't guarantee my motivation to log in. And there's a few other games that are pretty sweet. So, I try them, but in the past, I've just come back to Hearthstone every time. So, we'll see.
And to close, a question in Romanian. Acum ai obligația să fii sincer și să ne spui ce spun oamenii din spate, jucători și casteri străini care sunt aici la DreamHack. Cum li se pare România, dacă sunt printre cei care au venit pentru prima dată?
Deci, oamenii care am mâncat și am văzut câteva lucruri cu ei, sunt kind, adică nu au zis multe lucruri reale despre România, dar lucruri mai bune am fost la Parlament, au văzut toate lucruri foarte frumoase din astea la câteva muzee, dar adică ei înțeleg, România este România. Deci, da.
E de bine.
Da, sunt câteva lucruri ascunse care mai bine nu le vezi.
Da, zic că e de bine.
Bine.
Pe aproape. Okay, thank you very much, Kripparrian.
Yes.